OG do dirty, flipping packs in the bag, stuffing the blood, fat sack, jet black Cadillac, stacks in the mattress, cash cow status, walk in the streets, heat up, no crack, blood blazing, smoke hazing, OGs in the attic, crispy clean kicks, ain't nothing static, southern nights, trap dreams, raw matic, light it up, inhale the magic, erratic, down south, making moves, 808s, hit raw, sip the lean, slow the scene, outlaws on call, counting bills, run the thrills, trap house ball, switches in the air, grandiose alcohol, dirty dope dreams, but the crew so mean, like some movie scene, trap king, royal elite king, purple haze phase, hazy days, cash in streams, hit the streets, beast mode, blitzy juice schemes, OG do dirty, leaning like a tower, got the power, hour after hour, living fast, mile high, never sour, came up from the grit, dirty money flower, blood blazing, smoke hazing, OGs in the attic, crispy clean kicks, ain't nothing static, southern nights, trap dreams, raw matic, light it up, inhale the magic, erratic, OG do dirty, leaning like the tower, got the power, hour after hour, living fast, mile high, never sour, came up from the grit, dirty money flower, blood blazing, smoke hazing, OG.
Hey, what's cracking, man? We in here for Up and Smoke Show with your boy OGDoDirty. We about to get into it here in just a minute. I got to get me a blunt rolled up, so I'm trying to find something smooth, collected to listen to real quick while I twist this thing up. Salute to everybody that's going to be coming in the building. Ain't nobody in right now, but when they do come in, I will be pronouncing them as the show continues. Just give me a second. I'm trying to find this landing gear real quick. I can find something that we can jam to real quick. How y'all morning been going? I hope everything's been fine with everybody. We're gonna get to something good here in just a minute. If I can find something to blunt. All right, we'll do that. All right, so let me play a little something for y'all while everybody coming in. Oh yeah, man, when you come in, wipe your feet off, you know what I'm saying? Say what's up in the chat and all that good stuff. Don't let nobody think that you just cloud watching. You know what I'm saying? Come in and say something. Until then, we're gonna go ahead and rock some of this Devin real quick. Let your boy OGDoDirty roll the blunt up. And when I roll this blunt up and get to roll this blunt up, I'm gonna start letting we're gonna get straight into the show. Oh, let me go ahead and do this real quick. Let me drop this and pin everything. So for those who want to come up, you can hit the link and come on up and join the conversation because it is an open panel. So let me drop that real quick over there. Let me slide over here. And make sure I got it pinned to the top of the page. Right, it is pinned to the top of the page. So if you want to join the conversation, just hit the link. I'll bring you up. Appreciate everybody that's showing up. Guess I'm gonna try something differently this time. I guess while I'm ahead and while I'm on it real quick before I get to the music real quick. Let me get everything set up in the studio wise real quick. Let me go to this live. Let me go to this, I think it is. Just give me a second, y'all. I'm trying to make sure I get everything down to where it needs to be. This is where I need to get to up here. I need to get to all right, we got Turtle in the back. Let me go and bring him up. What's good with you, LA?
What up?
Cooling, bro. I'm trying to get to this damn my motherfucking shit tripping right now for some reason. It's like tripping. saying that my connection or something ain't working and something else. I'm just trying to get to my damn chat thing so I can. Yeah, that's what I need right there. Okay. Yeah, just yeah. It's getting on my nerves.
What you talking about today?
I got a couple of topics I'm gonna go over. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 or 7 of them that we're gonna run over. It's all about truth and lies, but people been saying ain't nothing too crucial, but definitely gonna be fun to go over some good entertaining stories to have. Y'all, I'm looking over here looking stupid as shit. I found out how to do it one time. Now all of a sudden I can't find out how to do it no more. That don't make no damn sense.
I don't even know what you're talking about, sir.
Well, I was trying to set my what you call it? I got it. My subscriber thing. Because I don't think nobody gonna be really in here today, but if they do want to come, I want to see if I'm gonna get some new subscribers. So customization, I think it is. La 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 la. Man lay later, but okay, then we ain't about to man lay nothing. I just need to do subscribers only. And you got to be at least a subscribe for 1 minute before you will be able to say something in the chat. For those that's going to be coming in the chat, most likely going to have ranches and stuff like that. But for other people that's coming in, man, just make sure you hit the subscribe button, man, if you want to, you know what I'm saying, join the conversation or whatnot. Or you could just hit the link and come up here because I did drop it already. So that means you can come on up and join the conversation. Let me get the rolling this blunt up. Give me like 4 minutes, 3 minutes. Really on the cool, just need 3. So I got a little something to play for you. Got a little Devin the Dude and Snoop. You know what I'm saying? This is some old school shit. But I don't know if most people ever heard it. So, you know, I try to bring y'all good shit as good music that you ain't never heard. What's good with you, Fly Jones?
Butterfly, what's up? Yo, how you like last night's show, Butterfly?
I thought it was fire. Thought it was pretty damn good.
Yeah, with me and OG up there majority of the time. How you like that? Because we just trying to do something different. We want to set up a show with me and him, and especially since Spoon won't be out, and that way me and him can kind of like have a conversation back and forth to go over these topics, and we can give our different perspectives. That was my goal. Like, I don't mind when everybody up there, but I wanted to actually do something with me and OG so we can just see how me and him work just going off by ourselves. And I thought it was good. Because we did some good numbers yesterday. With us too, we did some pretty good numbers, especially on X.
Oh yeah, they was coming too, bro.
Yeah.
So we're gonna be jamming. If you ain't never heard, this is gonna be I Don't Chase 'Em. Devin the Dude. The album is Landing Gear, and appreciate the Uncle Fatties that I smoked the joint in the morning. That's a fact, sir. You got to roll over and get straight to it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna go ahead and play this real quick so I can twist this blunt up, then we'll get straight into it. Be chasing them bitches. Them bitches be chasing me. Yes, sir. Yeah, man. That's what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? See, that's not a lie. It's nothing but the truth. You know what I'm talking about? Yes, sir. Yeah, hey. Just saying, you know, LA feel the same way. You know what I'm saying? He ain't got to chase none of these bitches come and chase him. He's a made man. You know, if you know, LA was back in the days, you know what I'm saying, with the mafia top, he would be called a made man. You know what I'm saying? Now, I didn't work my status to get there, but you know, that's like Al Capone over there, man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he ain't got to chase no bitches. The bitches is chasing him. You know, time I tell him, LA, shit, we just talked about this yesterday. Tell them about them stories, man. They must not be listening yesterday. That's what it is.
Gun line, boss.
Yeah, man, they wasn't listening to you yesterday. Nigga, LA wasn't chasing them bitches. The bitches was chasing him. What y'all even saying? Yeah, man. So we're gonna let's get straight into these stories, man. We're gonna get to some dirty news real quick. Gonna get this out the way. My favorite part of the goddamn show. Yeah, I haven't came up with my other segment yet just to make it right. Cause my boy Spoon in here, you know we do rate the bar, so now I got to come up with something. I think I'm gonna have to come up with a nice name for me and you, so when we doing stuff, I can be like, yeah, man, I got my boy LA up here. You know what time it is, and then go right into the segment, and shit'll be fire shit.
That's a whole fact.
Be nice. All right, so the first thing I seen this morning when I woke up was this breaking news thing. Since we're on Dirty News, we're gonna go ahead and get to breaking news. I want to know if this is some truth or some lies and what you guys think about it. It's gonna be it's not a topic that I'm usually talking about, but you know, I gotta call that the bullshit when it's bullshit. So I didn't get this shit when I seen it, but they put it out there like it was something major. I said, oh, okay, well, we're gonna fuck around and talk about it real quick, get this shit over with. Matter of fact, let me throw us. I really do need to make an extra screen for that because that shit looks terrible. There we go. That looks way better. All right. All right, so this is going to be the breaking news. The deportation flight surges to a new record because of this. Now, I don't know what it's because of. I guess we're going to find out together, but I'm letting you know right now, I better not hear nothing crazy because I will be talking shit. Let me go and get my what together because I know I'm going to need it. I know it's a coming. So let me get my thing on it because I know it's about to come.
Deportations have soared to their highest level in nearly 10 years, with ICE removing over 271,000 individuals so far this fiscal year, a 90% jump compared to last year. The surge signals a dramatic pivot in immigration enforcement, delivering swift results from the southern border to urban centers across the country. In frontline states like Texas, Arizona, and New Mexico, communities are seeing tangible relief. Emergency rooms once stretched beyond capacity are now stable. Public schools report fewer disruptions and better resource allocation. Law enforcement officials are noting sharp reductions in drug trafficking, human smuggling, and gang violence, largely attributed to targeted removals of repeat offenders and cartel-linked individuals. ICE's revamped strategy is moving with unprecedented speed. Just yesterday, four deportation flights departed for Guatemala, part of a record-breaking pace powered by new diplomatic agreements. A February deal with Guatemala increased deportation acceptance by 40%. Similar agreements with Honduras, El Salvador, and Venezuela are in progress, aiming to widen deportation pathways even further. The overwhelmed immigration court system is beginning to turn a corner. While the backlog remains high at 3.7 million cases, new rocket docket procedures have slashed wait times from years to weeks in many.
Man, salute out to my boy Brandon, OGDoDirty, let me hear. What's up with it, Brandon? Hey, did you get my email, bro? Because I sent you an email, brother. I need you to check your Discord for me. I sent you a message.
Regions. In a
Spoon, what's cracking?
What up? What up?
Have to get through these lies and these truths, you know what I'm saying? So we ain't heard too much already. We're only a minute and 30 seconds in. I done heard 3 lies. 3.
Now you want to show up, sir. You've been skipping out on work all week.
I ain't skipping. I've been here.
No, you haven't, sir. You ain't been doing those shows unless I missed it.
Oh yeah, you're right. I don't have nothing to do a show on. So what I'm gonna do?
Oh, sir, you got laptops.
Oh, well, yeah. You got
Let's not do that. Let's not.
I don't have a laptop.
So you can't go out and buy one.
I was told not to buy one.
I was told you had access to whatever you need.
I do. So yeah, I'm gonna start doing a show again. Geez, man, you hard nigga to deal with, huh?
That's the whole fact, sir. You don't know what we've been putting up with all this week. This nigga has lost his fucking mind. We over here struggling.
Everybody ain't got all that new technology like you, Spoon.
Oh, this dude crazy.
You know.
I ain't got no shit. I ain't got no new technology, nigga.
Bro, I don't know why you over there playing. You know I run on dial-up. I don't know why you thinking, nigga, that I didn't improve my internet service or something, nigga. That shit's still the same.
That's a whole fact.
It's just working fast so there ain't nobody on the line. That's all it is.
But shit been crazy.
LA the one got the fast internet.
Yeah,
That nigga on
but shit.
fiber.
Yeah, my shit been acting.
Got the Bible wide.
My shit ain't been fast enough with everybody fighting and shit.
This is some crazy shit. But man, can't wait till you get back up and running, Spoon. Can't wait till you do a show, dog.
Stop
Yeah,
fucking around.
I would try to get shit. I can get on. Yeah, I can at least post one day. What's today? Monday. Yeah, I'm gonna try to. I ain't gonna make no promises. We signed that Airbnb at least today, so it's gonna be a hectic one. Matter of fact, it ain't gonna be possible because I gotta go run back and forth to get that shit from up there. No,
How many rooms the Airbnb
I'll
got?
try.
How big is the Airbnb? Is a nice size?
Okay, we didn't hear nothing you said. I think he went on mute.
Yeah.
Yeah. So first of all, you know, I can't, it's on my brain. I can't, we have a minute and 40. So I gotta go back and I gotta do this real quick. I don't like the words he was saying, and it was kind of weird. But again, I have a Spoon up here in LA, and I got my people in the chat. So y'all can let me know if I'm wrong or not and where I'm going wrong there with this. Just listen to what I'm about to say, because when this nigga say some shit, I'm gonna pause and I'm gonna say it.
Deportations have soared to their highest level in nearly 10 years, with ICE.
Okay, that right there. So it's a broad statement. It can be true. Do you see the lie?
No.
Okay. Why you don't see the lie?
Okay. I mean, only thing he said was it's been the most in 10 years. What you think he lied about?
Well, I don't think that he's lying. Like I said, it could be true. I would think that it would go up, but what's the reason why it went up?
Why deportations went up?
Yes.
Because more illegals was allowed in the company.
Exactly. Exactly. So wouldn't you want to see a surge of deportation? Because like you saying that it is more over here now than it ever was. So more will be getting took out.
Yeah. I mean, if you want to do, if you want to do the 1 for 1, yeah.
What if the numbers is askew about 60 or 100? So what if they took 3,640 people this year, but in the last coming years or the last years that this deportation has been happening, it's been 3,420.
Say it again. If you did what?
If the deportation rate right now, if it's on record as saying that it was 3,640 people that they was getting, you know what I'm saying, deporting, and that's a high number to them. But if you look at other numbers from 5-6 years ago, there's only 100 or 200 off from that number of this year. But we have more people over here to deport than ever.
Yeah.
Yeah. The arrest was a lot too. Yeah. There was a lot of arrests, but not enough kicking niggas up out of here. So what you think about that?
About just them getting rid of more people?
Yeah.
They should. I mean, it is what it is. especially the people that been over here forever and didn't even try to get status of citizenship. Nowhere else you can go when you can just walk into somebody else's place. They don't play that shit nowhere else.
I agree. Oh, that's bro. I gotta give you a ranch, bro, because I be forgetting that's your ass, bro. Let me slide over there and give you one real quick. I said I'm gonna have to go against ISTV. I'm gonna get cussed out.
Who you giving the wrench?
To that nigga Josh. I'm supposed to be giving him one a long time ago, but the nigga never did show up to the damn show because it was early in the morning. You know, he was overseas. So I couldn't give him a wrench because my shows was getting done early. Then the shows we was doing at night, we was always over there on the wrestling side of the game. So, or he was on the panel with us. He never was, you know what I'm saying, in the chat like that. He'll pop in the chat and then pop right up on the Wichita. So let me moderate him real quick. I'll take that blow from ISTV. Yeah, man. Yeah, hit the paycheck, nigga. That's all I can tell you. Whatever paycheck you get. There we go. But yeah, I was looking at this. I thought something was fishy about it. It really didn't make no sense because I know that there was hell a lot of people that was deported, right? And got up out of here. And I went to go look for the numbers, right? Now, I give this to y'all. If you can give me the numbers from 17 to 25, it's not 10 years. I just want 17 to 25, right? Because 24, 23, 22, 21, 18, 19, and 17 is already on record. 25 is not ended yet. They only starting now. So whatever they starting number off is, it's going to grow to a big number. They got a lot of people to get up out of here. So those numbers this year should be higher than any other number in any other year.
Are we taking into account them people trying to stop them from taking people, and also like the leaked information for the raids? Because remember, that's a lot of shit going on too, so they ain't be able to lock people up like they want.
I get it. No, I wasn't taking into account none of the exterior factors in this. So I didn't care about I just want to know the per numbers. Because the per numbers is 10 years ago, we didn't have 500,000, 300,000 just walking over here. We had a high number, but that shit came when the motherfuckers started letting people over here and start sending them motherfuckers places. Different states collabing together. Well, they're gonna come through. I say, but we're gonna send them to yours. Then Texas send motherfuckers to Chicago. So we're talking about the people that they so-called seen come over here. This number that they so-called have. So he about to get to his next point.
Removing over 271,000 individuals so far this fiscal year, a 90% jump compared to last year. The surge signals a dramatic pivot in immigration enforcement, delivering swift results from the southern border to urban centers across the country. In frontline states like Texas, Arizona, and New Mexico, communities are seeing tangible relief.
It's another one that I disagree with. You think you didn't clean up enough to where, or better, let me say this. Let me not say that. Why do you think that these people think that these areas is not as bad as they used to be?
Crime rate?
Yeah, basically.
Because I guess they're saying a lot of the illegal gang members or something like that is just leaving. That's the only reason I could think of.
I don't believe that these places are getting having less crime. I don't believe these places have stopped being the places that they have been. I think that these places are being overlooked. What you think about that?
Like what?
So they say that they taking certain people up out of there and getting these certain gangs to stop and all the mischief and the stuff that's, you know what I'm saying, robbing, stealing, gang violence, basically crime is going down, right? To what degree would you say that crime would have to go down for it to be a success? Would you take 10%?
No, it got to be more than that.
15%? You know what I mean? 30%? Or would
Well,
you take do it have to be a high number to be a success? Because I understand that if it's as long as it's over 50, you know what I'm saying, you're doing way better than most. That's you know what I mean. But what level would it have to be at for you to say that your streets are getting cleaned up?
It depends on the amount of people. So say we got like 100,000 people in the neighborhood, and it's like a 10% drop. That it really ain't doing anything. But if you got like 100 people and you do like a 10% drop, then you doing something. So it depends on the neighborhood. So if you got a large neighborhood, say like 20 or 30,000 people, I guess like a 20 or 30% drop would be fucking great. Yeah, I honestly think it depends on the amount of number of people in that neighborhood. In my opinion.
Yeah.
Well, how many do you think?
I don't think it's a lot, bro. I think it's low. I think they looking at a metrics that's not showing the I think it's like high crimes type shit, like drugs, things to get you a lot of years, murder, stuff like that, right? But they not looking at the little stuff that keeps them motherfuckers going. So when you don't have people that's, you know what I'm saying, when you don't have okay, think about it like this. When it's not Chirac and it's just Chicago, there was a difference. You see what I'm saying? The Beast of the Belly is different. As Beast of the Belly, South Dallas is different. You know what I'm saying, from Oak Cliff. But at the same time, Oak Cliff had his time, bro, where we was nothing but, you know what I'm saying, gorillas. You know what I'm saying, where Dallas was like, you stepping outside, you step in the wrong neighborhood, nigga, da, 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 you get a shot at. Niggas is popping down. You know what I'm saying? Organizations is coming in there flooding the area with drugs and shit like that, right? So that would bring everything upwards. All right. So let me check this out real quick. So we got 2008, it's over 200. That's what I'm saying. Okay, I'm just gonna show you. Just give me a second. It's kind of the same thing I pulled up, which didn't make, but again, I might not be smart enough to navigate through it. So that's why I got smart people around me.
Where they at?
About to show you. Let me pull it over here to the side so I can make sure I can control it. And all right. So how do you make your shit bigger, LA?
Command and plus, Control plus. Let me see. Well, it might be Alt plus. Just try one of them.
Yeah. Hold on. Let me do it on this page because I think I'm on the wrong page when I do. Yeah. All right. You pull your spoon to the side so everybody can see. Whopper, whopper. All right. Look like it's over 2, so we're going to say between 200,000 and 250,000. So I'm just going to say 200,000. Exact number's not up there. Let me roll down. Let me make sure I ain't tripping. We got Josh in the back. Let me bring him up in a second. Good with you, Josh. So let me scroll down real quick. Make sure I don't see no numbers because I didn't see any. Let me go over here. Same thing with this. Okay. There we go. Blah, 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 that ain't it. All right. We go back to where we just was. All right. I wasn't wrong. All right. So we're looking at this. When I say 200,000, just know it's between 250,000. 2018, all these right here, 2008, 2009, 2010, 2011, all of those over 200,000. 2012, 2013, 2014, 15 is lower than 100,000. For 2014 is lower than 150,000. I don't want to do the other two. Just know that they under 200,000. 16 and 17. That's where I want to start at. Here goes 17. It's close to 100,000. Not all the way at 100,000, but there. 2018 physically eclipsed 100,000. 20, 21, 22, and 23, and 24. We still processing this year in, people. This year is not even going, but more people seem so far. They should be able to beat these numbers that's over. Now, this is deportation. Now, in 2002 and 2023, we're not even close to 100,000.
Mm.
How many motherfuckers came over here again? Estimated get from the year, what they said from 2015, 10 years ago, to the year of now.
Oh, it was a lot of motherfuckers. Damn.
Now, I don't want to read this wrong.
So they're deporting way less.
What it looks like to me, technically, is what it looked like, but we haven't done with this physical year. So that's why I do 2024 in there, so you can see. Because I was expecting, you would expect 19 and 20, just saying, should be high, but it really wasn't. 21 it went down, 22 it went way down, 23 it went up, 24 it went up a little bit. So it's steady growing, going up. Now you see what when dude was saying earlier, and I was like, I don't know about that. We got another guest coming to the panel.
Not all deportations are equal. It's kind of like, by definition, a deportation is any type of removal via basically the government dole, right? Like if the government puts you on an airplane, that's classified as a deportation. The problem here is you kind of the data is a little weird, right? So it could mean that somebody came through immigration and then there was a revocation and then they just pushed them out, right? Like that's generally what we would think. The problem is it could also mean like people showed up with a visa, like say a tourist visa, right at the airport, and just got turned back around. Your customs officer can quite literally cancel your visa right there on the spot. So it's kind of like, it depends on what you mean by it. And nobody really knows this for sure, to be honest with you. There's so much going on. They'll never be able to parse this out inside of a year. I just saw like at least 30 people get turned, say a little over 30 people when I blew through Detroit. They were just basically pulling them off to the side, turning them right back around for whoever knows what reason. But because they entered the United States via legal or a valid visa, right? Now the government has to pay to send them back. That's not covered by the airlines.
Yeah.
And that
would be a border deportation, not an internal deportation.
Right. But we don't know if somebody's counting numbers or not counting numbers. Like we just nobody really knows. ICE is actually fairly new. It was created under the Trump's first term, and now we're kind of like looking to them for data when fairly new. Plus, they got pushed off to the side. It just depends. I really don't think this data is really going to tell you much. It just gives you more questions than it does answers.
Yeah. Because that ICE.gov statistics page I gave you, it goes down through all the different definitions.
Yep. Yeah, they actually just reclassified some of that stuff too. Nasty work, just nasty work, right? So you'll get like a news article from like 2 or 3 months ago. It'll say one thing, right? But now after redefinitions, they just kind of might mean something else. This is where we're at.
Oh yeah. And also the news changes
Yeah.
definitions, you know,
Currently, as best as anybody,
expulsions versus
currently
deportations, that kind of
as
thing.
best as anybody can tell, it was actually Obama's. I forget what term it was, whether it was the first or the second one. One of those had the record, at least the record number of deportations.
I
But
think
we
that
didn't
was
even,
what we saw on that first chart he brought up.
yeah. And see, that would be old data that like ICE was having problems, right? Like they didn't exist at that given time, right? So question is where the hell did they get that data from? Because if we're looking at State Department, we ain't got shit. Everybody keep asking us, and I'm like, hey, all that stuff got pushed over to ICE when they kind of like when Trump like separated it out. But I could never tell you. Like I mean, just nobody really ever knew. So I don't even know where the hell they got that data from. But
well, ICE was actually created in 2003.
Yeah. They tried to.
Bush,
They tried to
but it
branch off some kind of
changed.
weird stuff.
Yeah. It changed under Trump. So,
but now that's a problem. We created another government agency, right? But they didn't defund DOS, right? Like they didn't take a budget; they just created a new budget and assigned it to them.
yeah.
They didn't actually they didn't cut anything out of DOS. When they separated it off.
Put this next one up real quick. We can see. Get back to that real quick. All right. Trying to be smart about this.
Yeah, see this one looks like it's going to be all removals. Doesn't matter if it's somebody who came over the border and they immediately removed them or somebody who'd been here for a while.
I do want to say I think under the Obama regime, I think all of those numbers were specifically based off of case records, meaning they went in front of a judge. I actually don't think that any type of like border removal was actually included in there. There's no way of knowing it. I'm just I'm speculating here.
Yeah, the ones that they would immediately catch and send back.
Yeah. If you ask me, I think that's what's basically changed under this current administration. Removal at the airport, that's kind of a new thing. I've never seen like large numbers of that. Like they just don't like a contact on your phone and they just say, fuck it, we're canceling your shit, get out.
Well, that and people with expired. They were letting in people with expired visas before with the promise that they'd redo it.
Well, yeah. Now, to be fair, right, to get like a tourist visa, you go up to an embassy and so like you're a foreigner and you get a visa, that visa is good for 10 years. I mean, you can enter for up to 10 years. They might have actually changed that. Like that might be a change where they only give you a couple of years on it now.
Yeah. Well, he's also going he went back to blocking people from coming in from those same 8 countries.
Oh yeah.
Like Sudan and all that too. So
yeah.
Places that really don't have standing governments.
You know what? Can y'all hear me? I'm sorry, I don't know.
Yes, sir, we can.
I know someone that was deported on the Biden administration, and that motherfucker can't never come back to the States. And he didn't even commit a fucking a violent act, but he can't never come back. So
What'd he do?
he robbed a bank.
Oh,
That's a violent act, sir.
No. He robbed a bank with a note. And
it's still a violent act, sir.
No. Wasn't violent. No, wasn't violent. Even the teller testified on his behalf how nice he was. He didn't even cuss. He didn't even cuss. It's crazy.
as it sits now, or at least as best as I can tell under immigration, and this might actually even apply to naturalized citizens. Anybody that picks up a felony, any type of felony, has usually grounds for it, or that's grounds for removal. Like they're pretty big on the whole like no breaking laws, basically. Could be a little hairy, right? Because in one state, like one crime could be considered a misdemeanor, while as in another state, it could be considered a felony. Just take your pick. It's getting real hairy, like real super hairy.
I don't think it's hairy at all. I think it's wonderful. Because like I think because DUIs was on the list for a long time, and I believe the Democrats removed that off the list.
No, that well, I don't think they removed it off. I think there were exceptions made by executive order, not so much that like a legal standing. So an example, Justin Bieber, right? So he comes in from Canada. He picked up a DUI, right, which would have subjected him to deportation. But Obama specifically granted him a pardon, like by name, to actually, I guess, prevent it. So I mean, it's like, yeah, it happens.
Biden likes young little boys. So.
Damn.
Or Obama liked young little boys. So.
Damn. It's just weird, right? It's kind of difficult to say like these are the rules when we've known for decades now, right? Some of the rules apply to some people, not to others, and I don't know if there's a clear distinction as to why there was a separation. Like I think all we could do is speculate. I mean, I would assume with like with Bieber, right? Like that would have been about the money. He would have brought in, a shit ton of money. So it would have been good for, I guess, our economy. But I mean, just take your pick, right? That would be the thing comes down to is if it's not a clear, that would effectively be the better question is do you want people coming in as under immigration where you can like where it's obviously clear as to the economical benefits of them coming in?
Well, you could cover that under what kind of visa they're here for.
Ooh, I wish that were true. Because like isn't that the question with the student visas for like universities? I mean, obviously they prop up the universities. I consider universities to be kind of like a business, right?
Yeah, because they pay full price to the universities.
Right.
Overseas students pay the most. Yeah.
Right. But now the flip side of that is if they're paying like if let's just say Harvard, right, has like one basically a price list for those people, right? What stops the regulation from, say like domestic students, and I say like U.S. citizens attending, and that price not getting inflated as well? So it's kind of like a toss up as to, well, if they can make more money from foreign students, why would they want domestic? Just on the case of like business concepts. So it's a really strange discussion to have.
Well, a lot of it's also based off of what we need.
Sure.
If we need certain professions, they're covered under specialty visas.
Right. Like they had the medical. Yeah, they had the medical visa.
Doctors and such.
Yeah.
It's a
Right,
it's a system that's a lot more complicated than most people make or think.
Very much so. Very much so. This is why I'm real loath to lean on any type of thing. I'm like, even if you get it right this year, it's kind of subject to change the next year.
Yeah.
Okay, so Uncle Fatty said 400K deportation in 2012 and around 250K last year. Make that make sense, but that's crazy work. So one thing that I did notice about both of these articles that you and Josh put in the back, y'all noticed that there's almost 400,000, bro, in 2019.
Dip in the bucket. I forget what year it was, but we had like a record number of immigration under Biden. It was just people coming in. Whether I just don't know how the numbers get separated. Whether they were like tourist visas, student visas, the H-1 visas. Like it, I think it was the total number of everybody, and it was estimated. I had like a margin of error on it, but that was like close to 4 million. You don't think like a lot of people were coming in? A lot of people come in. So if you look at like the amount of, or the numbers of people coming in versus the number of people being forced out, right? It would really look like scraping away at paint. Just a very like minuscule thing. It might not be as bad as what it is.
Because in this one right here, you got removals and returns. Returns would happen at the border or at the port of entry.
Yeah.
Like where they would attempt and get immediately turned back.
Right.
And then removals would be, paperwork processed. We're getting you out of here.
Yeah, I'd say that would be like based on the concept of like a judge's order.
Yeah.
So I started this show off, and the first thing that I was saying was I did all that which I was saying, right?
Mm-hmm.
And kind to find out, that's why I ain't been saying that. I'm just letting y'all spill it. You know what I mean? There's a lot of different factors to be deportated, right?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And all of them gives you separate numbers for different things.
Yes.
Yes. How will you be able to find out if somebody? How would you be able to find out the total number?
We don't know.
How?
Yeah, the answer is we don't know.
Okay, I'm gonna rephrase this again. How do you find the top number if you have all the numbers?
I guess it would just be speculation. You could just basically average them together. Like if you had 3 different sources, you could average them together. It's still speculation. But like if you're looking for an official number.
But average turns into a percentage, sir.
Yeah.
The average is a percentage. We don't need a percentage or average of what's going in and going out. If I would ask how many people has been deportated from 2017 to 2024, because this year is supposed to be record pushing.
We would speculate that DHS would have the official numbers. We're just not so sure that they actually have the official numbers, nor if we know that they're like, we don't know how accurate they would be. We think even sometimes they're guessing. Let's put it that way. I know it's not an answer you want to hear. That's why we said we don't know.
I'm not too much worried about the answer. I don't care nothing about this shit. I just thought it was hilarious and speaking to my point of this shit is all retarded. You have different. They can't come up. You can't come up with a certain number because it's going to be speculation because you're not thinking that these people are truthful, telling you in the different exteriors of whatever deportation is, because they don't explain to you what deportation is. You think deportation is just getting motherfuckers up out of here. Now you classify that in different segments to say that, well, we have people inside that we got to get out of this. Then we have people that's just trying to come over that we're going to get out. But we have people with visas we need to get up out of. But we got other people who wasn't born here but then crossed over here some type of legal way. We got to get this all type of different one. You can keep on going and going and going.
Correct.
So when you go look for this shit and they can't even give you the goddamn numbers, but you got people that's saying that they could give you numbers, but it might not be right because it's going to be speculation. Then how would you know?
You wouldn't. All you can do is take the number all you can do is take the number that the government gives you and hope that it's somewhat paints an accurate picture.
Well, and you have to go to several different places for your data. like one, you're gonna have to go to Border Patrol for removals at the border, right? Because that's the agency that controls those. They're the ones that just turn people around and send them back. Then
Right.
for interior, you gotta have to go through ICE. There's two different agencies there.
And what else?
Then you got State Department who actually controls the visa
Not-
programs.
Yeah, not anymore. Well, okay, so like they control granting it, right? But that's not
Yeah.
even clear anymore. Like it used to be the case, right? But
Yeah.
it used to be the case, say 10 years ago. I'm definitely not sure now.
And so what else entity would you have to go through besides the state, the border, ICE?
We don't know. So here's a crazy thing, right? So say like somebody goes to fill out an application for a visa, right? It goes through, I know for sure, 3 databases. Like, so it, all visas are almost nearly, most of the time, like 99% of the time, they're done online, right? I know 3 databases that it goes through, has nothing to do with State Department. They're not our databases, they're somebody else's. Could be the CIA for all I know, right? Could be anybody. I just know that they have like 3 databases. But there's rumored that there's also 2 more flagging checks in there, right? Has nothing to do with us. Not a single one of those databases has anything to do with State Department, right? So how people get put on lists, I have no clue. It's just as easy to say that one of the political parties might have like their hands in it, for all we know. Like there's just really no way of knowing. I worked inside of it for years. I couldn't tell you anything about it.
Yeah, if you go to that the ice.gov statistics one, under additional resources, they've got 2013 through 2024, the annual reports from ICE. For every year listed.
Okay, you say what now?
If you go to the ice.gov statistics link I put in there, under additional resources, it lists all the annual reports from ICE, Homeland Security, investigations from some of the different agencies that deal with this stuff.
Statistics. All right, pull it up. Hold on, Josh, put down. Stuff on the screen.
And some of them aren't even actual fucking reports. It's just
I erase it. This one, yes, this one. Throw this one up here. Take that one up off there. All right. And this is the one you was talking about?
yes.
This one? Okay.
Yeah, scroll down and you'll see a all the way past all the nice colored pictures stuff. You'll see additional resources. It's way down. And this format only covers back to I think 2021. This data.
Which one?
Keep going. Right there. Scroll up a little bit. Those are going to be all your ICE annual reports and data.
You talking about
The
right here in
links.
this section?
No. Go back.
Right here.
Keep going. No, above definitions. Scroll up, sir. Nope. Scroll up, sir, not down. Keep going.
They keep going up.
Right there. Stop. See additional resources. You see those links? Stop. Stop. Oh my God.
Bro,
It's the time
bro,
difference between what's on the page and you, man. Scroll down, please.
additional resources.
Yes. You see those links in there?
Yeah.
Yep. That's all the annual reports from ICE, Homeland Security, all that on this for this type of data.
All right, cool. So we got all these. And again, if you go through all of these and you get all the numbers, could you come up with a number to say what the deportation was?
Yes, but you'd have to scroll through several different reports. And then you also have the different definitions within those areas. Right? Like go to the annual report on the first, see the first one, 2024. The top link there. Your ICE year in review. That's just a general overview. But this doesn't even leave.
Yeah, I'm just gonna get up off of it.
Yeah, there's just not one, one place to go to get all this stuff. That's what that ICE .gov website I think is being started for.
Sorry.
But once again, it only goes back to 2021.
Can I ask y'all a question seriously? Y'all don't see a problem with that?
Yes.
We do. We do.
So why
But
do
we also accepted the fact that government agencies do what. Here's an example. All government agencies are responsible for basically marketing their own budget. It's their job to actually justify the budget they receive, especially if they're like you're requesting more. So cooking the books is a very common thing. And that's, you don't know who's basically being honest. They do this thing with Congress. They'll sit up there and lie through their teeth to congressional meetings. There's really no way of knowing, right? The best you can do is speculate. And if you've got like a political narrative, right, like you can twist that too. That just feeds right into the paranoia. And there's absolutely nothing you can do. Uncle Fatty
And
asked,
that's pretty much what they're afraid Doge is doing right now. A lot of it.
and it's even worse is like not all government agencies have the same regulations against them. So like Fatty asked a question inside the chat about due process. They're not the same. So like if a typical like county or state officer came up to you and said, "Hey, show me your phone, right? Show me your contacts," you could just give them the finger, tell them go fuck off without a search warrant. and there's really, not much a cop can do. However, if you're at the border, and you're going through customs, they have every legal right to go through anything that you bring through, including electronic devices. Right? So like that idea, and it doesn't even matter if you're a U.S. citizen, they can still just basically seize your shit. There's really not much you can do about it.
Or you can say no and turn back around and go home.
Well, if you're coming in,
you're asking permission to come in here.
If you're a U.S. citizen, that's where you turning around to. Like, you can go back.
If you're a U.S. citizen, but like you enter into that space. There's a sign that tells you that.
Talk about feds basically being able to run blanket checks on people as long as that fed is off U.S. soil. There's no such thing as privacy. They can go in and look at whatever the hell they want. Might not be able to use it in a court case, right? But they can damn sure collect the data.
Oh yeah, we ran into that in Afghanistan.
Yeah,
there was a program to they were collecting cell phone data, voice and text data from these little stations on every fob, right?
Right.
And I was sitting in RC South in a meeting. And they were going over the overview of the program and everything. And I'm like, who's going to be working in these things? And it was going to be individual augmentees from the Navy that were going to be working these little booths. And I was like, isn't that an American collecting American citizens' data?
Yes.
You know how they fixed that? They put Brits in there.
Okay.
That made it legal.
So so the part where I stopped this said it was because I was stopping it to let LA know though these niggas is letting lines just getting spilled. And by all that Mayo and Josh just got through saying, I know that these niggas is lying. So we're gonna continue on this video so I can go and call out the rest of these goddamn lies real quick.
Emergency rooms once stretched beyond capacity are now stable. Public schools report fewer disruptions and better resource allocation. Law enforcement officials are noting sharp reductions in drug trafficking, human smuggling, and gang violence, largely attributed to targeted removals of repeat offenders and cartel-linked individuals. ICE's revamped strategy is moving with unprecedented speed. Just yesterday, for deportation flights departed for Guatemala, part of a record-breaking pace powered by new diplomatic agreements. A February deal with Guatemala increased deportation acceptance by 40%. Similar agreements with Honduras, El Salvador, and Venezuela are in progress, aiming to widen deportation pathways even further. The overwhelmed immigration court system is beginning to turn a corner. While the backlog remains high at 3.7 million cases, new rocket docket procedures have slashed wait times from years to weeks in many regions. In a single day, immigration courts closed a record number of cases, proof that procedural reforms are having a real impact. Economic shifts are already visible at the local level. In neighborhoods once strained by undocumented populations, small businesses report higher customer turnout and lower rates of petty crime. With more legal employment and less informal labor, tax revenues are stabilizing, helping revive public services like sanitation, policing, and transit. Public sentiment is following suit. According to
Be honest with you, bro. This video was released at 22 hours ago. We got 676 views. It's not even that.
By who though?
Whoever this border contractor is. They do it's
Border
probably
Construct?
Construct. They do the construction of they do like the videos and shit on the border and shit. So I seen when they was going through doing these, like, not these, they were just showing different this was back when they was, I guess, doing the test trials or whatever, because they had several different kinds. And then you look at the ones that they going through and doing. So it ain't that much. They just doing old videos. Somebody is taking old videos and replaying. Put a new titles on them and shit. The one graphics on
they're
them.
also not giving references to what they're saying either. This isn't like an
because they use
official.
it. But okay, but we're only talking about this video. And if you listen to the video, what he's saying is, could you agree with what the man is saying, or could you not agree with what the man is saying?
We don't know. And a lot of what they're saying, we're not going to know until the end of the year roll up, and actually months afterwards, because he's not giving it the numbers he's giving. He's not giving any reference to check out.
What numbers? That's the thing.
Oh, okay. What I'm talking about a number, okay, is he said there's less interruptions in class in schools, right?
Yeah.
That's data, right? That's what I'm talking about. He's not giving any reference to where he got that.
Yeah, so why would you sit here and say the numbers?
Because to me it's data. Data is usually exposed in numbers.
Yeah, so I get that. I understand that.
It's my poor choice of words. Sorry.
No, I was just saying, bro, because I'm listening to the shit, right? I don't believe this shit because it's the same way you don't believe it. But what I don't understand is why you calling out the shit like this really don't have nothing to do with the conversation, because the dude ain't even saying, like, the number he got on the screen, y'all, he have not even said these numbers. That's why if you look at the bullshit on here, it's the same fucking shit. He got 3 videos with the same fucking number up there 2 minutes ago and all this 2 days ago. If you look at the thing, this nigga ain't saying nothing. He up there just speaking. This is what the whole point of this was: truth and lies. The one point I was trying to get to was this word salad.
Yes, and propaganda.
Yeah, I have no clue. I did the
Josh,
one word.
okay, wait a minute. Wait a minute. How you don't know, bro, when you just explain? Okay, this the part that throws me off about this shit, bro. I know y'all are very, very smart, bro. But for y'all to sit here and break down this information to me, a person who don't know nothing about this, and explain it to me, and I can go look up what y'all talking about, that's a good thing. But when we hear shit like this, bro, I don't understand where y'all minds go to.
Okay, well,
we hear motherfuckers spilling bullshit, and like Mayo just got through explaining, and I agree with him that the nigga ain't said shit. But for some reason, we take it to Josh. Let me finish, bro. They take it to a whole nother level, bro. Like he said, propaganda. I'm not even worried about the propaganda stuff, because even if it was most of the stuff that he's saying, I can go fact check it. And the way I can go fact check it is listening to what you two are saying and go and do it. If he's talking about something in schools and this is being more, they less than what it was, we can go look stuff up like that. We don't have to case do it this year. But to y'all point, you know what? I can go look at 2024 to 2020, and I can see. I can go look 10 years, 5 years, 7 years, 15, 20 years back and understand this stuff. So my whole point of this was just showing, again, because this was just my opening thing, bro. I would just want to show the bullshit. This nigga up here just talking. Like, this is what happens when people get on YouTube and they revamp shit. They just put shit together one night and they just sit back and they just talk and they get hella views. Now, I'm looking at y'all giving this pertinent information that people can use and follow directions right. Go to these sites. We done went through what, 1, 2, 3, 4 sites, nigga. We even broke it down to the point, even we on a delay, we still got to the point we found certain stuff, and we continue to let them know this is the places you can go to. They could have clicked any of those links. What link did this nigga drop?
Oh, none whatsoever. That's why I was saying what it was, man. Was that he's not giving any references, so we don't know if this stuff is true. It most likely isn't, because it hasn't even been measured yet. It hadn't been long enough. We're talking what? Not even 3.5 months at this point, or just about 3.5 months.
The only thing that he said that I kind of tend to agree with is the term targeted. And that's kind of always been the case. So an example would be like, so Obama, and again, I forget what term it is, had the record number of deportations. Did any of us ever recall, like, seeing a news media that we were just throwing people out of the country left and right?
No, they kept that shit quiet.
Right. So like the idea of targeted is it could be political, like saying, let's just, God, I hate saying this. It could be the case that, Trump is just basically like, this is the campaign that he ran on, and he wants to appear like he's keeping his campaign promises, AKA that's why there's media coverage of it so much. Then there's the case on the other side saying, well, this is kind of unfair because we didn't ever used to do this, which technically would be kind of like not exactly addressing like what happened under Obama's administration. So I don't disagree with like the term propaganda. Anybody that's painting a narrative, trying to push some type of agenda, even if it's the case, just trying to question the government, right? That is what it is. It would be. It's just people are asking for definitive answers, and I don't think they can be had.
No, not right now. I mean, it takes a while to collect data.
Mm.
You know, and we'll get our first quarterly report from ICE probably in 2 months.
No clue. Like I said,
You know, it's going to be 4 months, and then at least a month to roll it all up and present it. And
yeah, I don't know how they would be able to get much done. Like it's kind of like they're running around with like a chicken with a head cut off, right? They're going 10 different directions. You have an executive order pushing you one direction today, and another executive order pushing you in another direction the next day. I don't even know. I don't even think they know what they can and can't do. I think everybody's just basically just holding on to dear life while we're constantly under a constant state of change.
All right. I gotta say this. I don't know what's going on right now. It's the craziest shit I ever seen in my life. I have 2-3 accounts up right now, right? And YouTube is saying that on StreamYard it said I had 6, then it's saying I got 5. On my phone it's saying I got 0 inside of it. On this other phone, what they say on your phone? This other phone said I got 3. I don't understand what's going on. I don't know if it's because I put certain people on the goddamn thumbnail or whatever, but yeah, YouTube is bullshitting. I'm trying to refresh my phone to see if it's not tripping on my side, y'all. So I know it ain't cutting off the screen, put me in black mode, but it's not registering nothing. So now I got one saying 4, another one saying 5, one saying 0.
I think YouTube.
I don't know what's going on, people. So I'm just going to say hit the like button. If you want to start just saying shit in the chat, just say shit in the chat. I don't know what the fuck is going on. If you in the clouds, I mean, goddamn it, just come out and put the FU sign or whatever. Just start throwing emojis or something, because I don't. How many you got? 1. Let me see. Yeah, that's one. Okay, 1. I don't understand. I'm looking at 5 on StreamYard. I got 4 on my phone. I don't understand this. I don't know what's going on, but it is what it is. Just make sure you know what I'm saying. If you got a spam or whatever, spam whatever. I ain't tripping. I don't know what's going on with YouTube. They bullshitting right now. They don't want to see me do my thing or something. But yeah, because it's tripping on all 3 of these devices. Okay, I got it. So I'm gonna do this. We're gonna go to a different topic. I don't know if there was something that it was tripping on or whatever. So we're gonna move on, and maybe it'll let whatever and do its thing or whatever. I don't know. So we're gonna go to Neil deGrasse Tyson and see what he's gonna say. He got a little too. He talking to a kid. He's gonna ask him a question. He's gonna answer.
Our closest star, a red dwarf, about 4.25 light years away.
About 4.25, yes.
Well, one of its planets is habitable, as in it's in the Goldilocks zone of technically, but it's currently locked, meaning it can't spin because of the gravity of its star. Now, why doesn't that happen to Mercury, being as it's so close to the sun?
Ooh, very good. See, if I go right to answer that question, the whole lead part of your question is like shows a lot of research that you've done, and it's not common knowledge. The entire lead up to your question is not common knowledge. So I'll go straight to the answer, but I wrote an essay called Tides and Time, and you can find it on the internet, probably I think on my website, Tides and Time, which will be related to this. So if you have a planet or anything that's orbiting close to something else that has strong gravity, tidal forces will slow down its rotation so that it'll only show one face to you. One face to you. And so when that happens, it's called being tidally locked. We have locked the moon. There's a far side of the moon, there's a near side of the moon. But there is no dark side of the moon. I don't care what Pink Floyd told you in 1973. Okay, so Pluto and its moon Charon are close to one another. They have double tidally locked. They show the same face to one another as they move around. Mercury does not, and it's because Mercury has a resonance, okay? Mercury feels the gravity of other objects in the solar system, in particular Venus. And when you feel another source of gravity, in addition to that of the sun does not succeed in totally tidally locking the planet. There's a tussle between the two objects.
Thank you, and I'm going to have to research half the words of that explanation.
Oh, okay.
What y'all think about that?
Just long ass answers.
I got no thought. The fuck do I know how shit gets locked?
Blah 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 blah.
I thought it was smart. He helped the young man out. The young man, you know what I'm saying, go look up some big woods, and you know what I'm saying, he gonna learn something. Only word I don't think he thinking he look up his resident, but I mean that's cool, but ain't nothing wrong with that. But he basically told you what it was, so you don't have to really look nothing up. You basically just listen to what he say. Would you think he'll be truthful by saying that?
Would Neil be truthful? Yes. He'd have to be, right? Because his reputation is on the line. If he spit out bullshit, right? Somebody else would come along.
Sam. Yeah, I thought that was interesting, bro. I thought that was a good question to ask. I thought he answered it pretty good. I didn't see him tell no lies. You know, it's his field, goddamn, and he got all the goddamn answers. You know what I'm saying? He gave you one. I thought it was very, very intelligent of him to do something like that. I said, okay, look at Neil. Yeah, okay, I like it. All right, we're gonna get to this next one. Yeah, pull it up. The old nigga. Thought Spoon was gonna be here for this. Tell me what you think. Take it back. Yes,
The whole bus on the ground.
A bus placed underground as a storm shelter. James and Claudette Hunter purchased a bus 5 years ago after a tornado ripped through the trailer park they own on County Road 40 West.
It didn't do that much damage, but it picked up a trailer and threw it across the highway.
Concerned about their tenants' safety during severe weather, this underground bus was a refuge during the April.
what you think about that so far?
If that picture was of the flooding was at their trailer park, there could be a problem. Like filling up the bus with water if it floods.
Thank you,
And I don't think buses are made to take a side load like that of weight.
Man, I have no goddamn clue. I'm hella confused. I don't know what they think they're gonna do with that.
Yeah, it's the whole issue of like if you bury a shipping container, you always have to shore up the sides because they're not made to take a load from the side, only top to bottom. Let's see what he did.
Tornadoes and the storms that passed 2 months ago.
They were safe.
The Hunters say it was all about being frugal.
We started looking for retainers, and they were so expensive. So we started thinking about a school bus.
It's 9 feet underground and the bus is 27 feet long. The Hunters paid a man $700 to dig a hole deep enough to cover the bus. A unique underground shelter from the storm.
It's the whole bus on the ground.
A bus placed underground as
More power to you.
Would you do it?
I mean, because it seems to me like what they did was actually push dirt up on the side of the bus. You know what I mean? Versus actually burying it.
Which one you talking about? Talking about the black folks?
Yeah.
They
Which would
never
be
showed.
much safer than just burying it at, ground level and below.
Yeah, but they never showed their process.
Well, they showed a couple of different ones, and they were different processes. That's one problem.
Yeah, but they never showed their process. It was just random stuff. Like when you seen the flooding and you seen all the rest of the stuff. Even when you look at their ground right now and where they were standing at, they ain't got none of that other stuff other people got. Their ground is flat.
Yeah.
And it's not green at all.
Yeah. I mean, I'd have to see this, where they did it, how they did it, that kind of thing. Not all these other pictures of different stuff.
Yeah, well, why would you think it wouldn't work?
Because the
Just
bus
put a
is not
side?
made to take a side load of weight. Because we talked about that before, like just burying a container, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And I told you about how over in Iraq and Afghanistan, they tried that. And the sides would always cave in. Because those containers aren't built to take a lot of weight from their sides. They're only made to take weight from above.
Yeah, I get that part, but there's no way you can sure that up.
I mean, yeah, you could. That's what I'd like to actually see this man's, the way he did it versus all the different pictures of shit that ain't it on this video. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I was wondering, would it be possible for you even to do it?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Right. So if you put a whole bus underground and you make sure you support it before because you emptying out the bus, and you make sure everything is, you know what I'm saying, good and solid. I don't understand why it wouldn't work and why wouldn't it be a good thing if you can. It's gonna be way cheaper than anything you can think of if you have a bus on hand.
Oh yeah.
Two more. Get to these real quick.
Now there was I think it was out in California in the 70s or 80s. A guy kidnapped a bus full of kids and actually buried it to hide it with the kids inside of it.
I came in the locker room one time and Mark was hunched over like this and he's pouring sweat and he just had this real concentrated look on his face. I'm like, oh, something happened. So I set my bags down. I sat next to him. I put my arm around him. I said, are you all right, man? Is everything cool? And he goes, yeah, I'm trying to tear a quarter and all I can do is bend it. And he had bent a freaking quarter with his fingers. So I just took my arm off of him, patted him on the shoulder. I said, okay, he's checking on you. Went over in the corner and felt completely insignificant as a man because there's no way in hell I could ever bend a quarter. I don't think I can do it with pliers.
We were in a locker one time, and I think it was Arn Anderson had locked himself into a locker by mistake, and they had been trying to use crowbars to get Arn's stuff out. And barehanded, he ripped that locker off its hinges. We looked at Mark, and I said, Mark, if I've ever done anything to offend you, I apologize now.
I can't
think about that.
That's crazy strong, dude.
I mean, he was Mr. Strongman for a reason.
Yep.
You think you could bend a quarter?
No.
No, I definitely couldn't. Yeah.
With your fingertips?
No.
Have you ever thought about ripping your locker out of the office, out of the station, LA, at one time when you was pissed off?
Every day. I ain't never do it though.
Yeah, I was about to say, I know that motherfucker up there secure too, boy.
Mark Henry strong as shit, cuz.
What do you think about the Big Show saying that he felt some type of way about that?
That's crazy because that motherfucker 9 feet tall.
You hear me? I was just about to say the same goddamn thing. This nigga big as shit, bro. You know you bigger than him, right?
Apparently he ain't stronger than him.
That's crazy, dog. You got to do better.
I mean, Mark Henry did lift a car by himself.
That nigga is super strong though. You heard about his son?
Nah, but I can imagine.
His son is trying to break all his records.
That shit ridiculous.
He said this shit ridiculous.
I mean, he
Get
married
into it with LA. What would you do if that nigga tried to chase you? You go run around the car.
Like a little girl. But
he gonna throw the car on you.
I'm gonna hope he can't run too. That's what I'm going.
Oh no, that nigga fast as shit, bro. that nigga played football, bro. That nigga would chop your ass down, bro. He was a big, strong ass nigga. What you about to say, LA?
yeah, I ain't fucking around. He did marry a track star.
Mm-hmm.
So I can imagine his son got them genetics everywhere. He probably don't know what to do.
Said he built just like him, just a little bit more. I don't think he said he not as girthy as he was, but he said he got the same strength as he had when he was younger, and probably even more. He was talking to the Undertaker. I was watching the interview. That nigga was talking about how he beat people up, nigga. He wasn't trying to, bro. He had to stop doing certain stuff because it was making him it was going to eventually hurt somebody in the ring, him being too powerful and shit. I said, oh, this shit crazy. Shit crazy.
Oh, shit like shaking people's hands.
Well, throwing niggas over the top rope, bro, and making them niggas land a certain type of way.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You can overthrow a nigga on the mark and they can hit their head against their side. You know what I'm saying? And nigga, they be out of there, split open, cut open. You got to teamwork that shit. You just can't go out there and do that shit, nigga, like it's easy. And these niggas, they train for this shit eventually. I mean, at first they didn't, but most of them, they took that shit serious, nigga. They start training just to get the moves down. All right, so you know I got that. Now we're going to get to the main two. So I got Whitlock, and then I got to get to this Montgomery shit. Yeah, I got to get to the Montgomery shit. So let's go ahead and get to this goddamn Jason Whitlock. That's LA homeboy. This nigga be tripping. Fatty went out. Fatty turned that nigga ass up the other day. So we're gonna go ahead and get this. I guess he didn't got into it with Steve Jackson. I don't know what's going on. LA, do you know what's popping with this?
Nah, I have no clue.
You hear anything about it, my good sir?
Nah, I don't really listen to Jason Whitlock like that. He irritates me.
Bro, why that nigga be beefing with everybody? Is that his thing or something, bro? He
a contrarian. Like that's what he do.
And he's also pretty conservative for the space. So,
bro, that nigga, bro, that's why he probably got all them goddamn subs, bro. Because nigga, he love going in on people, bro. He be arguing with motherfuckers for real. But yeah, this is his thoughts of whatever you're gonna say. All caps, check in, lies, and about the D block. I don't even get all this shit, but we're gonna go ahead and figure out what the fuck he talking about and let him do his thing. Jason Whitlock, you got 516K, brother. Send me 10,000. God damn it. It's not going to hurt you, brother. Just say OGDoDirty. Let me. Matter of fact, let me tell you exactly. Say, God damn it, I ain't played nothing today. I've been sitting back on
OGDoDirty. Let me hear
the whole goddamn fact. You know what I'm saying? LA gonna be mad because I didn't play the Butcher Collar, but hey, I like playing them. They got visual and everything to it. So I just need to cut it shorter. That's it. I need to put the little in front of it and then make it OGDoDirty. Let me hear and then let it cut off. So I'm gonna end up working on that.
You need to go see Brandon and have him say that again on a clean mic.
Yeah, he hit me. He just texted me on Discord, so I got to go over there and check out and see what he said.
Oh, nice.
You want someone that, oh man, he must be best friends with rappers, and maybe he raps a little bit on the side. And so Stephen Jackson, I want to play you the context. Let's start with Stephen Jackson visiting, checking in with O Block. This happened a year or two ago, and people have been critical of Stephen Jackson for this visit to O Block. We want to start with that video just to give you the context. And then I'm going to show you how that video actually enhances Stephen Jackson as a media personality. There's more opportunities. There's a bigger paycheck. People will invest in you because that's the lane. They put a little piece of cheese in a mousetrap. And so they sprinkle money in a mousetrap and says, hey, over here, here's the money. Be street credibility and clownish behavior. Come in here, there's a bunch of cheese. People call cheddar. They call that money, cheese, cheddar, blah, blah, blah. They've put that in the trap and everybody's running towards the trap. And Stephen Jackson has run there. And so here he is in Chicago visiting O Block.
Yeah, a lot of y'all been O Block pulling up, taking pictures. Where we at?
Tell them how they coming.
We're in the middle of it. I mean, y'all pull up and take pictures and y'all not allowed to.
They sneak.
And one thing about it, if you're a real one, you don't mind checking in.
Checking in. What'd you say?
I check in with the real one. That's why I'm in the middle of O Block.
Where you at?
You see the hoop?
Where you at?
I'm in the middle of O Block.
Yeah.
Man. Listen, man.
Where the people's be, you know what I'm saying? Where the real people's be, man.
Shit you can't pay for. No rap cap. Shit you can't pay for. Me, we really out here. O Block, Chi-Town. Rest in peace, King Bone. We in the middle of O Block, ain't we? Quit playing, man. I'm everywhere, you never there.
So that is Stephen Jackson out of his own mouth checking in on O Block. And I believe the young man next to him is a guy named Ty. You've heard Pastor Corey Brooks on this show. Pastor Corey Brooks, who has a church in the heart of O Block, knows Ty, the guy that was next to him, to Stephen Jackson. You've heard him talk about like Ty's struggles, and Ty, I think, is locked up and incarcerated right now for killing somebody. And so you're about to hear a video that Stephen Jackson did a interview with somebody. Maybe his name's Mike D. I don't know. We'll play the video here in a second. But where he's explaining his checking in. And he's saying that he didn't check in. But we just heard him out of his own mouth say he did check in. But again, all of this
What you think about this so far? This nigga Jason been locked up here crying and shit. Do you agree with what he's saying?
I agree with him. You too old and too rich to be doing that dumb shit, dog. Fucking checking in.
So what? So what you expect? So what expect to happen? What you expect to happen with Stephen Jackson? Why would you say that? Why he shouldn't?
You're a multi-millionaire. Why you still going to these dumbass neighborhoods talking about checking in? First of all, only when we start appreciating extortion, this shit is crazy.
And what is Stephen Jackson? I mean, is he?
He a basketball player. He was one.
Okay, did he come from there?
Probably. Well, he might be from Florida for some odd reason.
So he'd really have no reason to be in O Block, right?
Why wouldn't he?
I guess he want to be there.
Why wouldn't he have a reason to be there if he's there for something like a show, something to give back? Why? There's a lot of stuff you can be doing to go back to these places. As a multimillionaire, is it the fact that he don't have the cops with him or something that it's a problem with him not going back?
It's the connection. Like,
what's
why,
wrong with the connection?
If you're not from there, why are you doing videos showing out?
I'm not understanding.
You think he doing too much, Jason Whitlock?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, basically that's where I'm getting to. I'm trying to figure out why Jason Whitlock is doing this. Like, why would it be something of your concern? Is it because, again, it's coming from somewhere, right? And only thing I'm saying is it keeps on going back to the main three things. You got money, right? You're famous, right? And the last but not least, you're not them. That's what Jason Whitlock is pushing. And you saying that the nigga's rich.
Yes.
He ain't them. And Mayo was saying that he shouldn't be going back.
Well, not that he shouldn't be going back, right? Like if he was from there, I could understand it. But as he's from Florida, how you doing in O-Block? In Chicago? Why are you checking in?
I don't know. I'm just trying to figure out like
it just
what
seems
would
like
be the
whole
problem.
thing's for some kind of clout. That's all. And we all know clout will get you killed. Because if you don't think he didn't pay somebody standing on that corner to go there.
Oh no, I'm kind of conflicted with this. I'm not tripping on the. I'm not trying to say it's a good thing for people to be checking in. I'm just not understanding why people care so much about it. But I'm thinking it's because these people are rich, or something. It got to be something in that realm, to where if you got enough money and you somewhere, you shouldn't fuck with the people who ain't shit. The motherfuckers that's out here doing certain type of shit that you don't agree with. But if these dudes are the same motherfuckers that support his all up in the smoke show, watch it daily, commenting and shit, hey, you should come to O-Block. We got you covered. We play basketball over here. And then he pull up and all these niggas out there acting niggerish like they hard and shit. And you know what I mean? Like it's a whole lot of factors that can go into shit like this. Was he out there? So my point is, when you go out there and do stuff like this, if you don't see these people, again, out there portraying those crimes and doing the same thing, why would you affiliate them with that? Because they gave them some chump change, some shit that they'll never see in their lifetime, because it takes them a year or something to get $30,000 because they work in a dead-end job.
Well, no. Like checking in you would do that if you were going someplace to do work. And by I mean work, I mean crime. You know what I mean? That's what the whole checking in used to be about. You see it in The Sopranos, the same shit. If Tony wanted to hit somebody in New York that wasn't connected, he'd have to go get permission to do it. This whole celebrity about it's just kind of odd.
See, but what I'm noticing is we still tying. So, do you think these young niggas on O-Block is gang? You think these niggas is gangsters?
I don't know, sir. That it's a term that comes from that, though, man. And who was that guy that just got arrested in LA for the murders? Ran the 501c3, the charity and all that.
Video.
He was on several podcasts talking about checking in because they was going there to do work. And people checked in with him when they came to town. me just.
My fault. I was answering the phone.
Oh no, you
Calling
good.
me,
It,
got that
it just seems
bullshit.
like a very odd thing to do for people with a lot of money to descend themselves into that culture.
Mm. So you don't see it's the same as a person giving back to a charity or something?
It depends on what's he there for. That's what I was saying, OG.
I don't know. I mean,
You
what
know,
I'm asking,
is he
what
there
I'm
just for
asking is,
clout? Is he there doing a
whatever it is.
charity? What was
So
he
would
doing?
it change it? Was it change? Would it change for you if you made it good or bad? If whatever he was there for. That's what I'm.
If he's
That's
there,
what I'm getting
if he's
to.
there for a charity event, good on him. But you know, it's obviously dark, right?
Okay, no. What I'm saying is, I don't think you're getting what I'm saying. I'm saying, by your logic and what you're saying, would it be different if he was there for something good or bad? I don't want to say charity. If he was there for something good or bad, because it seemed like we're equating everything that he's there with just because of the name of the place is O Block, that it's automatically bad. So
Well, it's
he's
checking
there
in
for
at O Block, right?
okay.
That means you're getting in contact and getting permission to be there from the gang element in O Block.
The so-called people who think they run O Block,
Yes.
which everybody pay their money and never living to somebody else and to the government that they own it. Okay, so we passed. I'm not talking about the semantics and all that other stuff to go along with the culture and all that stuff. I'm just saying, I was trying to make a point of if it was good or bad if Stephen Jackson was there, would it be something differently? Would you feel the same way for something if somebody was just giving to a charity, good or bad? So if you knew this charity was, so if you got somebody giving to the homeless, and then you got a person like, I guess the company, I don't, let me think of somebody y'all like BLM, would you think the good and the bad? Would you have problems with people just giving money to BLM? Would you have problems with people just giving money to a homeless shelter? The answer will probably
Homeless
reflect what
shelter,
you're
no
going to.
BLM, yes.
Okay, so
That-
again,
that
because
goes
one is good and one is bad. So when it comes to O Block people there, right, could it be the same way? Could it be good or bad that he's there? If you want to just say he's there for clout, would that be good or bad?
I already said that, OG. I said yes. If he's there, it's different if he's there for a charity or something or whatever. But why would you check in with the gang element there if you were there just there for a charity?
Because they so-called supposed to run the place. Self-grandizement.
That's it. But that's, you just described clout.
Okay, right. I understand that part. I never denied you on the clout thing. I was asking a question. You was telling me about clout. And I was asking the question that it seemed like the answer don't want to get to.
I could give you a definite answer on this if I knew why he was there. I think you already know my feelings on, if it's this, it's okay and I can understand. If it's this, it's okay and I can understand. It's not, I don't think it's okay and I don't understand it.
Wasn't he there just to play basketball?
We don't know.
That's what he said. He was at the basketball court.
Just because he was at the court doesn't mean he was there to play.
I mean, he's a basketball player.
He's also
at the court.
60 years old.
They don't play basketball no more.
Does he? I don't know. I don't know this man. So, sorry, he's 47.
Yeah, so what I was trying to get to was I don't believe checking in and all that other stuff it's not the same meaning as what it used to be, right? They using it for, like I said, it's a lot of things that we say that we can add to and be like, you know what, I can see it as that. Like when Mayo said clout, I can see it as clout. You know what I'm saying? But checking in, making sure the young niggas is good. Ain't that what people are supposed to do, nigga, when they fucking super rich? So when these motherfucking super rich people go somewhere, you don't see them going to a location, let me see, in New York somewhere, in Manhattan or something, renting a building, throwing a party, doing all this, giving back to folks. You don't see this as the same as checking in when they're not from there?
I look at the meaning of the original word.
So we stuck on semantics and what you call it.
Yes, yes,
okay,
I am
okay,
stuck on semantics because that's what I know the definition to be.
Yeah, so
that's what most people would understand, I believe, the definition to be.
Yeah, so when I ask you, do you see it as? I mean, I'm not trying to say you got to be right or wrong on the situation. I'm just asking you, like, when you see somebody come in, a foreigner, somebody who I'm supposed to be here, and they do all this stuff to make themselves seem like something else, and they give back and they put all these praise on people. Y'all don't see that shit the same fucking way. Like it's self-grandizement, like you said. It's for something for yourself to, again, bestow on others to give you something back in return, which this man is with. Whitlock has said he's doing it. He don't understand why the man is doing it, but you doing the same goddamn thing on the internet just to prove him wrong. And then you sitting here saying that you got a video, which we about to play because I would love to see it, of this nigga lying that goes to even more than what. Then you saying, why was he there? He was there because any other reason it can be. Could it be he was there for basketball? Could it be, like I say, good things or bad? It could be there for him to supply them with money so they can continue doing what they're doing. If they doing destruction, some of these places they do. So you would be supplying them with money to go buy nefarious things, to do stuff to the community that will be looked upon as bad, not good at all. But you're not going there talking about you opening up a gym. You're not going there talking about I'm fixing the backboard and all this other stuff. I'm putting new pavement out here. I'm getting new bleachers. I'm going, you know what I'm saying, give this certain type of, like, when does all of that come into effect? Only when it's good or bad? Or could somebody just be like, you know what, I want to do this just to do this? See, that don't never happen in the world.
No,
nobody does stuff just to do stuff. No, he can't do it just to do it, because every time that he go there, it's not like he's going through the city to do something like that. He's going through individuals, like I explained earlier, who think they run a goddamn place that they don't own. Them people don't own from whatever street that is to over here. Them people in them houses, them businesses over there is not paying them no money. This is all fictitious.
It's fictitious to everybody but the people that think they run it.
No, and technically, if they don't take the money from the people that's coming in, that's giving them the money, will they not be running that place?
You say, would they be running the place? Yeah.
Would they be running it?
Yeah, they still be running it.
Yeah. Because they're not like, providing trash services and water services. They're just controlling the crime in that area. That's what running it means in that territory. And there's probably people that die every week going into O Block and doing shit on O Block that they ain't supposed to be doing.
Yeah, I just think this nigga Jason Whitlock is going a little bit too extra on the concept of pushing on Steven Jackson, just checking in shit. And I don't know, people they see checking in, they see words, bro, and they don't understand what some people are doing with these words. It might be all bad, might be all, you never know what the situation is until you go and find out what the situation is. This dude, Steven Jackson, don't look like a stupid enough person, bro, to go and do retarded things as going on the block to go ride with some niggas when you working millions of dollars just because you checked in with the niggas to go and be a part of their organization to go do stupid shit like go shoot up somebody. Now, giving somebody some money, again, to get a little diamonds, you know what I'm saying, throw a little clothes on you, you know what I'm saying, get a little whip. See people do that for females they don't even know. See people do that, bro, for businesses they don't know. I know people, bro, that literally go in and people be like, oh, I want to do this. Well, let me help you out with it. And they just fund their whole shit. There's certain people out there in the world that do all type of shit. But what I'm trying to figure out is, why would he be a clown? Why would he be a criminal clown? And why would you have a problem with that nigga checking in?
I got a problem just because of the extortion. This is just his content. This is what Jason would like do.
And if he claimed he was checking in on the video, and then later he claimed that he wasn't checking in, when the people he was supposedly was saying he was checking in with in front of, take some kind of offense to that?
No, because they won't fuck up their business.
Yeah, well, why would you fuck up something like that?
Is he doing something there?
Yeah, he's just sitting at a basketball court with a whole lot of gang, with a whole lot of people that are supposed to be gang.
Mm-hmm.
So what's wrong with that?
Now, checking in is showing respect, right?
Yeah, for those who there. So if I come to your neighborhood and you sitting over there, you know what I'm saying? These is places that y'all is. Y'all don't go nowhere else. Yeah, I'm gonna come in here. I don't want to be the big shot caller and all this other shit and make y'all feel like y'all puny nigga. Throw you a little something. You know what I'm saying? Get on the camera with you, make everybody feel like, you know what I'm saying? Well, you can let everybody feel like you know me. Then they look like they was best friends, just sitting there. Yeah, woo, yeah. I'm with the yeah.
Yeah, but if later on you heard the same man talk about that situation and say he wasn't checking in, couldn't you feel a kind of way about that?
Why you lost?
Let's finish watching the video. Hold on. I mean,
oh wow. Okay.
It just
controversy
go ahead, girl.
Is good. It enhances, and when you understand the history of the All the Smoke podcast and Showtime and the corporate people that got behind platforming and elevating Steven Jackson and Matt Barnes to an elevated position in the sports media place, this is what is necessary for the black man to have a place in the corporate media landscape. And this isn't me sitting there saying, oh, tis, the evil white man. He's built a system that rewards this type of criminal mentality and motif and brand. But the system has built that. The people in control of Hollywood, in control of television and the entire media system, they've built a system that favors the criminal element as it relates to black people. And so here's Steven Jackson now explaining, checking in on O-Block. Let's play the clip.
I don't bother nobody. You don't never see me bother nobody, getting nobody business, bro. And let's clear up the O-Block shit since we talked about that.
Yeah.
You can't find, I give $1 million to anybody that you can find on O-Block to say I checked in. This is how the whole story went. We was in Chicago for the big three.
Stop.
We went
Stop the tape. Stop the tape and rewind it. I want to play it again. He just $1 million. If you can find anybody that says he checked in with O-Block. Well, we just heard him on O-Block. Real Estate Agents I Trust connects you with top performing real estate agents who trust. Didn't we just hear him say? Stop. Let's play the original tape from O-Block. I just want to be clear. Let's play the tape. The original, Steven Jackson on O-Block, and we'll stop it 15, 20 seconds in after he acknowledges checking in.
Yeah. A lot of y'all be in O Block pulling up, taking pictures. Where we at?
Tell them how they coming.
We're in the middle of it. I mean, y'all pull up and take pictures and y'all not allowed to.
They sneak.
And one thing about it, if you're a real one, you don't mind checking in.
Checking in. What'd you say?
I check in with the real one. That's why I'm in the middle of O Block.
Where you at?
You see the who? Okay. Stop. Now, this is out of his own mouth. This is what he said in real time when he checked in. Now let's play him explaining it this week that, you know, let's play this second tape or this second video. Let's play that again.
I don't bother nobody. You don't never see me bother nobody getting nobody business, bro. And let's clear up the old box shit since we talked about that.
Yeah.
You can't find, I give $1 million to anybody that you can find on old block to say I checked in. This how the whole story went. We was in Chicago for the big 3. We went out, we got up, we was back in the hotel gambling and playing cards in the lobby. Will Bynum is from Chicago. He has another dude from Chicago. My drunk ass says, let's go to O Block.
I mean, that's not a norm for you, though.
You know what I'm saying?
That's not a reach for you.
No, and it wasn't surprising to nobody. That was there.
Especially
and Will was like, you for real? I'm like, yeah, dog, let's go. They knew somebody there. They called him, told us we could pull up. I pulled up, rolled some weed with him, smoked with a couple of them. There's one little dude, shout out Ty. I don't know what he got going on. I'm going to tell you a story about Ty. As soon as I got out there, that little stuck, you know what I'm saying, got right on my hip. You know what I'm saying?
Come on,
little
man.
young nigga. You know, to the point where shit.
If something happened to him, it's happening to me.
Bro, he just stuck to me. You know what I'm saying? Gave him my weed, he rolled me and him smoking together. So I'm out there shooting basketball, shooting the bush.
Oh, you jury
5 in the morning.
Yes.
Like I'm in PA, nigga. Ain't no checking in. They pulled up on the youngins.
When you heard me yesterday talking about the culture, this is what I'm talking about. There's a Black culture that's about as pagan as anything I've ever seen. I've only lived 57 years, so I haven't seen it all. I've read the Bible and know that, you know, there are other levels of paganism and other versions of paganism. And so I know it's not, but when you're in your mid-40s, and again, what did I tell y'all about me growing out this beard and letting the gray come in? And it's a sign of wisdom. As older people, we're supposed to be passing on wisdom. That's biblical. And so I'm saying there's a pagan culture that has been adopted by Black people. And there's a pagan culture adopted by other demographics. But this one here that we have adopted here in America and have spread across the globe, there are curses and penalties for it. Because when we greet our young people, we're not trying to lift them up. We're not trying to elevate them. We are trying to bring them down. Hey, I'm gonna smoke some weed with you. I'm gonna show up and hang out with you at 4 and 5 o'clock in the morning when I'm drunk and high. I'm going to affirm your demonic behavior that has led Ty to incarceration. It's a self-destructive. When I say we're killing our kids and that there are curses and consequences that go along with that, this is what I'm talking about. And the people that, let's call it out by name. And again, I'm not trying to belabor this point, but I'm just trying to connect the dots for you. We heard Nick Fuentes on his show. I played you the clips of like, Jason's a Black conservative and he's got it easy. He's got Black privilege. He can say this and he can say that. He hasn't faced the kind of consequences that I've faced. So I know exactly what I'm doing. Stephen Jackson and I used to have a shared affinity for each other. And I have affinity for Stephen Jackson. But I am going to rebuke publicly
his demonic actions and behaviors. And that's going to put me at crossways with Steven Jackson. And when I call him a criminal clown, I know the consequences of that. He don't like me. And he's a criminal clown. He's been arrested before for shooting outside of a nightclub. And just, he's a member of the Bloods. I get it. I'm not making friends. I'm not winning friends and making, or whatever the name of that book is. I'm, in your mind, putting myself in harm's way. In my mind, I'm rebuking him because I fear God more than I fear the Bloods and the Crips and criminal clowns. Don't miss a second.
So you got the rest of the video now. What you think?
Yes, he described checking in. He literally described the process.
And what would be that process?
They drunk at 3 a.m. playing cards in the lobby of the hotel. He says, hey, let's go to O Block. He talks to his friend who knows people down there who makes that phone call. Is that not what he said?
Yeah, exactly what he said.
So he went and got permission to be there.
Okay. So do you see a problem with that? Is what I was saying.
He's taking his life into his own hands. Doing it. It ain't the smartest thing in the world. It's just because you got promises from one person don't mean you got promises from everybody. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but I don't see no problem with it.
No, he can do what he wants. But it is, I mean, it is putting a favorable light on a bad part of the culture, isn't it? Wouldn't you say?
I'm not like everybody else, no.
Okay.
See, the problem I have with the culture thing and what people be saying is they don't even know this side, right? So you can say all them young niggas, there's a reflection of this tall ass retarded nigga. Didn't they just say everything that them young niggas is, he is it? Or was he not trying to double explain himself by saying and not cutting in that this nigga Steven Jackson grew up like them, blood, crip, whatever else, nigga, basketball player, ended basketball, got into good business.
Yeah.
I mean, but what we're gonna take out of that is fuck all that other shit. Fuck that you can go back and tell these niggas the right shit to do, or even to let them know, yeah, you on this path, and yeah, I was just like you, but damn, you know, you smart enough to run this type of business. You smart enough to do this and give them a place or a time to skip, so they don't have to go through the jail. They don't have to go through all this because they can see this nigga with all these goddamn diamonds and all this shit here, and he's not here to give them guns. He's not bringing them drugs. It'd be different if y'all saying he's a undercover drug dealer / podcaster, media person, nigga selling boats of drugs and nobody knew about it. We haven't heard shit like that since the mafia. Prominent people got too much stuff to lose to trying to go out here, and players have done it and while they was playing and while out of the NBA, they have got caught dealing drugs, right? But I haven't heard anything about Steven Jackson peddling drugs. I haven't heard anything about Steven Jackson, you know what I'm saying, doing nothing crazy. But I ain't even heard a nigga.
Did we just hear him shooting outside a club?
Yeah.
I don't know about the story, but I mean,
what's crazy about that? Okay, so let me say this. You ain't never shot a gun outside the club?
No, sir.
Oh, okay. I have. You think I thought something was wrong with it?
Well, it depends on why you were shooting it, sir.
Everybody was shooting, bro. What the fuck? I mean, with the one like nobody was shooting at us, bro. It was just so you ain't never been no.
You just shooting up in the air?
Yeah, bro. Several
I'm just
times.
asking. I'm just asking, dude.
Mayo, if you let me just go and explain, it wasn't nothing bad, bro. I was just going to explain like think about a 4th of July event, and you have every motherfucking body, right? In your little small ass town of 300 or 200, right? Because there's places like that in this world, you know what I'm saying? Or 1,000 something people, right? That live in your little small town. And all y'all meet up at the goddamn grocery store to shoot off fireworks. Now, you think it ain't gonna be no white rednecks and no black people out there smoking weed, drinking moonshine that ain't gonna shoot no goddamn guns in the air.
Oh yeah, there are, and it's not a good thing to do.
So I don't see the difference if it's the same type of thing at a club or anything like that, and that same thing happened. Not saying that, I'm saying like guns and shootouts and shit is good. No, we're not talking like that. My mind don't go to bad. And when you think about guns at a club, I'm not thinking niggas coming out there and laying people down, because I have seen situations like that and heard of situations like that. I wasn't talking about that. I'm just talking about niggas sitting outside banging their music and shit. A nigga, you know what I'm saying? I guess somebody's birthday or something, and you got a group of everybody out there know each other, and they just shooting guns in the air and shit. A nigga ta ta ta, and then nigga ta 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 ta, and you ta ta, but nobody ain't getting shot. They just shot the whole air, and that's the only thing here. Then the police pull up and they, oh, y'all got to disperse. Y'all niggas got to get out of here. Nobody shot, nobody nothing. But like shit like that happen. What's cracking with you, Doug?
What's going on, fellas? Salute to the panel. How y'all doing?
Man, sitting up here chilling. What's up with it?
What I was going to say is, once I found out that he grew up in the Crips and he grew up with the Bloods, I was like, all right, I'm done with the conversation. It's what he grew up with. It is what it is. Like that's the culture he know, even though he rich. I mean, that's where he come from. And if him and his homies was just playing, they was out chilling, playing cards, and then one of them say, let's go to Old Block, and he got a homie that's from the neighborhood. I think I'm gonna give him a call too. I ain't gonna lie to you. I might go ahead and say, listen, go ahead and make that call, let him know we come and call it a day. It's a smart thing to do. Especially if if he know what goes down, if he show up, he can end up getting robbed or some dumb shit like that. I think he did the right thing. I mean, if he in that lifestyle anyway. Yeah, I don't have a problem.
I'm not having a go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, I'm not having a problem. I'm not having a problem with the nigga saying that I'm not having a problem with Whitlock or Mayo saying that the nigga checked in, because I agree that the nigga checked in. I'm just asking what's wrong with it. If again, I'm not looking at a person who is, like I say, it's certain type of ways I'm looking at the check-in thing, right? And what I'm trying to see is, why would he say he didn't check in when I can clearly see that he checked in?
Hey, look, I just got a question for y'all, man. If I got one before I do that, I got a bone to pick with you, LA.
What's up?
Yeah, how the fuck you ain't did no story on that goddamn judge I got in PA yet?
I did.
Oh, but damn, my fault. I ain't got no bone to pick with you.
Yeah, I did one on her like a few months ago when it first happened. That bitch
okay,
crazy.
because I just heard about the shit, and I'm like, yo, this nigga ain't do nothing yet. Okay, cool.
Yeah,
but let me ask y'all this question. If I'm now LA, you in Philly, right?
Yeah.
So if I'm going to Philly, won't I be like, LA, I'm coming to Philly, man? What's going on? Look, I'm gonna come see you. Is that the same thing as checking in? Because when I go see my friends, I say I'm coming over. If I go see my family, I say I'm coming over. Like I don't understand what the big deal of this shit is. If I'm not from a neighborhood and I have family or a cousin or somebody, of course I'm not coming over unannounced. I'm saying I'm coming over. Look out for me. I'll be on the way. It's the same difference to me. But when it comes to this element of the street, it's like, oh no, you checking in to make sure. I mean, you check in. All of us check in. Every last one of us. When you know when I do my job, I see mats on the floor. They say if you ain't called, don't come over. I see all that kind of shit. So what is that? Is that the same thing or no?
Well, I think the difference is that the way they make it seem like it's something that violence gonna happen if you don't call us or let us know. I think that's the difference. But I know exactly what you're saying.
Well, like I said, I believe it's the same thing. Is what E-Dub is saying. If you go, so I'm in the country, right? And most people are not in the country, they're in the city, right? So even when I did live in the city, my partners come over, like E-Dub said, man, hey, bro, I'm coming your way, man. They coming from out of town. I'm coming your way. Yeah, bro, I'm gonna be looking out for them, bro. You know what I mean? Like, it is what it is. Like, bro, hey, man, you know what I'm saying? I know y'all niggas be over rowdy and shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, chill out. You know what I'm saying? I'm be on that nigga hip, bro, because I don't want nothing to happen to him because it's an unknown face. Might be some shit around, you know what I'm saying? And this is when I was living in the city. But out here in the country, it'd be a totally different thing, you know what I'm saying? So I'm looking at it the same way as E-Dub looking at it. It's just motherfuckers just contacting each other, bro. Make sure I'm there. Only thing that was different for me that was, like I said, trying to figure out that was that the dude was like, you know what I'm saying? He was stuck on my hip. Well, that's because that nigga wanted to make sure nothing happened to your ass. And that'd be the same thing that E-Dub is talking about. Like, I'm going to make sure my partner is good when he come here. I don't know about the rest of y'all niggas. You might have problems with this over here, this over here. Chill out, bro. Take that shit somewhere else. Is that what you was saying, bro? I don't want to throw words in your mouth. It's an E-Dubs. Be quiet. Okay, but yeah.
No, what you say? I'm sorry. What you say?
Yeah, I was saying, was you basically saying you didn't see nothing wrong with the dude calling his partner for you just to make sure everything is straight, make sure nobody don't be on no rah-rah shit.
Yeah, I mean, you can say that, but OG, it's the same difference if I'm coming to your town. And I'm gonna say, OG, I'm on the way down there. You might be like, hey, look, you know, I live near whatever. Don't go here. Hey, look, well, you go to check out this restaurant. This is a good one. You know what I'm saying? Safe over here. Hey, look, if y'all want to go to an after hour spot, I'm gonna tell you a good one to go to. Like, what's the difference? It's the same shit, but when it comes to people being the criminal element, it's like, oh no, they checking in. They trying to make sure. Who don't? Everybody does.
I get what you're saying. I agree. Okay, I have no problem with that. I was just trying to see why. Like I said, I'm trying to see why Jason Whitlock got a disdain for this nigga. And it ain't just because of the culture. It ain't because of that. Like I said, it got to be because this nigga is elite and rich. And he's going back to do these certain type of things. But it's not like he's going back to go shoot guns with these dudes, go do drive-bys, go ride boats. He ain't doing dumb stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not expecting this nigga to have this much vitriol towards him, or was this just on the surface level? Because now you're gonna relate it to, again, the culture and crimes and all this other stuff. But what crime is that he committed? But then you bring up the crimes he committed in his past, right? To, I guess, prove a point of he was a criminal. So once a criminal, always a criminal type shit. You know how they go. You know, you can't change that for people. But you know, so that's where I thought he was going. Am I lost somewhere? Am I losing y'all?
No, I know what you're saying.
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
So now you see why I didn't want to really play out the whole video. I wanted to chop it up because the nigga is talking about so much, and then the points that he get to all has to do with, again, that uplifting himself. Not you ain't everything that you're saying bad about this dude. I wonder would he say that the same thing about himself when it comes to infidelity and all the rest of this shit? Do you put that on the same spot or the same platform as what this nigga Steven Jackson is doing? Or would this be worse because it's in the hood?
Nah, to me, it looked like he just wants to separate himself. You know what I'm saying? To say, look, like I do my work this way, he worked this way, and I might not agree with it.
And he did call out the hypocrisy of claiming he called in and didn't. Because obviously this was a contention in the sphere, right? That's why the guy asked him, or that's why he said something about it on that podcast, right?
Now,
he said, let's address this
checking in thing.
Yeah, but technically, it's what Zoomer said. Checking in is paying taxes. And to E-Dub's point is, you wouldn't be calling your partner to be paying no goddamn taxes. You'd be calling your partner to know, hey man, is this place a good place to go to? Don't go to this Walmart on this side of town. Go to this one over here. You want to go get some shoes? Go here. You know what I'm saying? Like that type of shit. Not coming to their nigga and what checking in was supposed to be is, you celebrities come here, you pay me, and I give you 3-4 niggas to walk with you. Basically, your armed security gets security. That's what checking in was supposed to be. When you go to LA, is what they said, and you had the big dogs check in. You checked in with the big dogs, you gave them niggas money. You got at least 2 niggas to go with you, so that way everything was fine. Niggas in the hood and niggas around wouldn't touch you because of those 2 niggas, and they knew what it was. But you
now, granted, OG, I don't know people everywhere. So a lot of times I'm traveling, I ain't calling nobody. I'm just traveling, right?
Yeah.
So to me, when Steven Jackson, I mean, he got a point to say, like, for the level he's at, he don't necessarily have to go to those places to have to make that phone call. He don't necessarily have to go there. Now, Steven Jackson, to me, I guess at the age he is, he still wants to be the young guy, you know what I'm saying? Or still be into the in crowd or whatever. So he gonna need, to maybe check in or call people to find out what areas are good areas to go to or not. You know what I'm saying? But I can see a Jason Whitlock, when he just travel. Who he calling? He not going to no neighborhood that's gonna be iffy. You know what I'm saying? He going to a regular spot to eat, the shop or whatever.
Everything fine dining with Jason Whitlock. He done already said that nigga ain't frugal with his money. He done say he made a lot of money, nigga. He eat the best of the best, drink the best of the best. When he was drinking, he was messing with the best of the best whores. Yeah, he said all this shit. That nigga Jason Whitlock don't scam on nothing. You got to remember, this nigga was on all type of TV show. He had his own TV show for a hot second before he came to YouTube. They were paying him big bucketed bucks. He was a good name inside the sports world and everything else. What you want to say, that influencer world for a second, because he did sports and then he left sports and went to be an influencer. Had a little TV show, and then they cut his ass from that, and now he back to YouTube doing his own stuff. You know what I'm saying, through his own production. But yeah, I agree. I just look at it like, bro, I know you not gonna go to the hood. I know you not gonna give back to them. The people who's not who don't have everything. You know what I'm saying? The portion. I don't want to debauch the word right now. I'm hot shit. But the motherfuckers who ain't got shit, schools all ran down. You ain't about to go put no shit into that. What you gonna go do, nigga, is find you a nice charter school that your nephews or somebody go to, nigga, and you gonna make sure they get the nice money. Like E-Dub said, you're not going to the little grocery store that got the food inside of it to go eat there, sir. You're not doing that. What you're gonna do is you're gonna go to where downtown area where they got the markets at and shit. You know, you're gonna do certain things. You're not gonna be in a little rundown hotel. You're gonna be in a nice hotel. You know what I'm saying? The guy, you know what I'm saying, a suit in that motherfucker, some more shit. 2-3 bedroom, a concierge. You know what I'm saying?
I got a question though. Even as Steven Jackson being at the level that he is, right? When does it stop? Like, when do you stop being the old guy that's still trying to be young? You know what I'm saying? That still had a connection with the young people, even though you still can have it without doing all that. You know what I'm saying? It's like when keeping it real go wrong. Like, I'm gonna keep it. I'm too real, and it's like, nigga, you're 50. Like what? Like what you doing? Like what? Like what are we talking about?
Yeah, and the hotel you was playing cards in cost $1,500 a night in Chicago when you decided to have this great idea. He that dude too.
And to me, some of that shit be performative. You know what I'm saying? It looked good to just say, you know, I randomly wanted to go to O Block and we went. You know, it's just something to put on the resume to get clicks and likes.
Yeah,
what reason would he have to be in O Block at that time of day? I mean, even though he's, you know, whatever, Like, what reason would he have?
No.
You know, so like it's to me, it's like the old nigga still trying to be too cool. Like, nigga, give it up, hang it up.
See, I like mine's the opposite way than what he talking about. See, I like when I go places and when I tell people where I went to, they be like, oh no, oh hell no, do dirty. You went to Rome, motherfucker. Don't go there no more. Oh no. That's what I like to hear. Because I know I was in a fucked up place and it looked regular to me. So you see what I'm saying? I could tell. It's been many a times I went to different states to go do different things. And every time I go somewhere, to tell them, man, where you go, man? Oh, I had to go way over here to go get these cigarettes because for some reason y'all state don't sell Newports over here. They told me I had to drive 20 minutes down over here. Oh man, you went all the way over? Oh, bro, man, you don't go over there, dog. Yeah, man, hey, stay from over there, man. I was what the hell you talking about? Yeah, man, they crazy over there. I ain't see nothing wrong with it. They're right in there, got my Newports. Everything was fine. Came on, that looked at everybody. It kept on going. It's crazy. Look at this.
It's not always going to be bad, but if it goes bad, it's going to go real bad. Real fast.
Understandable. Yeah, Jason Whitlock, he's the man of words, is what I'm gonna call him. I like his word salad sometimes. He puts it together real good. Keep on doing your job, bro. Send me $10,000, dog. It ain't gonna hurt you, right? Yeah, he ain't gonna hurt you at all, rich nigga. You're super rich. I'm pretty sure you're gonna be able to see that, but I'm gonna trim it out anyway. It's pretty long, so I noticed that too. When you trim that shit out, bro, it take all your content. But it is what it is. All right, let's go to these niggers. Might trigger some of y'all, but fuck it. We're gonna go there. I don't know how long we're gonna make it with this, but we're gonna try it.
If you go out in Montgomery, Alabama, you getting shot at.
Oh, that chopper, baby.
Save nine.
Extra save nine. Some this shit go, but shit, I ain't no bitch. We get wild out here.
15-year-old, 16-year-old could go to a gun show and purchase a gun.
Next thing you know, it's over with.
It's beginning to be outrageous, and now it's no covering it up.
Shot him bullet hole.
I got shot in the face, man. I was 16, man.
It was this big shootout, you know, at the barbershop.
Boom, 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 boom.
One lady left her son in the car,
I'm down. Click, 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 click.
and she actually ran outside while the shooting was still going on.
We grew up walking on eggshells.
Shit gonna happen.
We ain't pushing no peace. We ain't with none of that shit.
Sometimes you wanted to stop, but ain't no way can it stop.
If you want to do better, you'll do better.
If you don't know what you're doing, shit, you're gonna be gone for life or in a box.
Like they created the light skin versus the dark skin with the house versus the field. But still.
What? What y'all think so far, man? I think about the gang, nigga. Gang. Triple A, bang. You don't like
maybe
these
maybe one day they'll get tired of burying their own, man. I don't know.
What? You seen all that money that nigga had in his hand? You think that's gonna change that nigga lifestyle?
Don't do a whole lot when you're in that box.
Nigga said go to a gun show and just buy a whole gun. You hear me? Get me, thank you. Put it right in their car and drive off in a Ford Focus. A month later, they in the Charger with a whole yapper. What you know about that, LA? What you know about them gang young niggas?
So stay away from them.
That nigga had on his hand Slide City.
He getting that paper.
Yeah, nigga, do you want to go to Slide City? Yeah, that's where it's at, huh? Okay. I see you play, boy.
Still goes on today mentally, and a lot of people don't know that.
That's alleged. All that shit alleged.
You know the old saying, you can take the horse to the water, but you can't make them drink it. So
I don't regret nothing I did out here. Period.
Like
Nothing.
Do you go against the grain? Or do you step back and say, let's make this money?
My brother, you know, no gangster stuff. He still end up dying early.
That's not going to go away no time soon. You got some people that don't want to see certain demographic of people make it.
I got the Presidential Lifetime Achievement Award.
Hey, they get.
Gangster shit you can do to take care of your family.
I done won pretty much every award that you can win here in Montgomery.
I've been in this business since I was, you feel me, came up out the womb.
Like, if you growing up, shit, there'll be a lot of hang there and try to kill you and shit.
Nah, I don't feel safe.
We're just gonna go leave that at that.
Do we have a lot of cases coming from Montgomery, Alabama?
Let's visit the one of my favorite places from Act Nation. Oh, what the hell is it called?
Because this right here is on a whole new level. I mean, it's not, you know what I'm saying?
Called the Gun Memorial.
How many of these videos have y'all seen like this? Or do y'all even watch this type of content? Let me first of all.
I've seen a lot of them from most of the major cities.
Mm-hmm.
And even smaller towns. Like there's a place in it's like right on the border of Alabama and Mississippi.
They got all these places that you
small
go to.
Town. It's only a town of like 3,000 people, but it's like crazy murder rate.
Is it a place in is it a state in the whole United States that don't have this problem?
A state worse, where it's a problem across most of the major cities in the state.
No, I want to use cities. I want to use state. Is there a state in the United States of America that don't have this problem that we looking at on the screen, my good sir?
Look up Maine, New Hampshire, Vermont.
What you think, LA?
No, all of them got it, sir.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing.
To varying degrees, though. I mean,
what you mean by the varying degrees?
like some places, people dying every day. Other people might be 1-2 a year. Other places might be 1-2 a year.
Would that be violence on the gangs, or just one? Or they just neutral? They just neutral out and came to a peace treaty or something, but they still exist. So even if it was just 1 or 2 a year, or maybe just 1 a year compared to the other mistakes, like that's crazy, 300-400 a year. I see what you're saying, like, but I'm just they'll still be a part of each state. So, and I'm looking at this from a different lens, because I'm seeing only the niggas. I got 2 more videos of the whites and the Hispanics.
Oh yeah,
doing the same goddamn thing.
Pull up Gun Memorial for Montgomery. I just put the link in the back, sir. You ever seen this site?
Nope.
This is all the people killed in gun violence in these cities.
But you want to see this?
No, I was just this is the end result of this right here. It's fucking death.
Yeah, but
let me look up Portland, Maine.
See, you got.
How big is Montgomery?
I don't know. Oh, damn it. Hold it real quick.
$195,000, right? Portland's what, 70. Portland's got 34 deaths since 1997. Montgomery has 579. You see a difference? Is that Bessemer? Alabama. Anybody there?
Yeah, this is everywhere. Yeah, this is everywhere around the world, and this is in every fraction of life. You're gonna find a place in other places. Now, you can show the good and the bad side of this because there's other places where it's all predominantly rich black folk, and they have the same type of gang mind frame as these motherfuckers. They just do it in a whole different way. Do y'all see that?
You would have to show me a place, man. I mean, violence is everywhere. We all know that.
Yeah, I wasn't just talking about the violence part. So all of this you think is just violence?
We're speaking on the violence part of it, right?
Yeah, I'm talking about what we're talking about right now, which is the Montgomery, Alabama, what we just got through seeing. Do you believe everything that they just got through showing was all violence? Or was it a part of
Were they going hunting, sir?
I don't know.
Because that one kid said himself.
But they were
that one kid in the video said himself, his brother wasn't all that and wound up dead anyway.
He died at a young age.
Yeah. And he wasn't involved in all the gang shit.
Yeah.
Still ended up getting shot.
Yeah, so what would that have to do with them being going hunting and anything else?
No, but what did you just see in the video? Let me start there.
Niggas with guns. Simple. Humans with guns.
Okay.
Well, what did you see?
Violence.
Okay. And that was my point, because I just seen people with guns. I didn't see them niggas going out and shooting at nobody or nothing like that. You just holding the gun in your hand. Now it'd be different if I seen on the screen, if I continue to play this video and these niggas showing these niggas having shootouts and better yet, if I seen what we seen last night.
That stuff, though. They're talking about that stuff though in the video.
Yeah, I get the point of that. I'm asking you what you. So you hearing what they saying, but they haven't showed you the part yet. It was just a montage of these niggas going through talking, because everything that they just got through saying before this intro just came on, which is the Montgomery, Alabama. They're going to go through each one of those and let you listen to those. We haven't even got to that point to even check out if it was some, like old boy that was talking about his brother getting killed. We know he said his brother wasn't a part of it. His brother could have been, you know what I'm saying, a youngster going to the store with him, and his brother got killed. That's what made him go and join the whatchamacallit, because he wanted to get back, or whatchamacallit. Some people was, you know what I'm saying, like these people took out these people, so he thought he could trust these people because these people was the ones that took out the dude who shot the kid or whatever else, and now he a part of their group, and you didn't get to hear none of that. The only thing you heard was the little clip, and he was just showing the guns, and they was talking about different things in the hood, you know what I'm saying? Not good, but I'm just saying, but they were just talking about, you know, but you seen drugs.
I'm reading the title too.
I was trying to throw it to a whole new thing, because I wanted to show the mentality of the groups, not just the violent part, because every group that I was talking about wasn't going to just be violent going across. It was more of the structure and trying to, because everybody goes to the same thing and always talk about what these people want to do and why they got this, and I won't even, that's blatantly true about everything that they want to do. We can see that these niggas ain't going hunting. We can see that these people ain't doing the right thing. They don't even got their guns in the gun safe. Retarded. They got the motherfuckers laying on the lawn, sitting on top of cars. Ain't got no holsters. Probably ain't never cleaned them. Yeah, he did say he got shot in the face. Well, that's
and they got a magazine full of different bullets.
Yeah. Rusty, yeah, all that shit was out there. That nigga. Well, shit, we almost at the 3-hour mark, y'all. I appreciate everybody. God damn it. Yeah, I appreciate it. Hold on real quick. All right, I'm back. Yeah, man, appreciate everybody coming through. I'm trying to get my watch hours up. So thanks to everybody who was here today. And you know how we're doing. We leave. See y'all later on. I think we're gonna be doing a show later on, but we'll see y'all later on.